What's up YouTube, Hugo Strange one more time. This is just an update and an answer to my 12 Facts and 3 Lies video. First the update. The update is I was going to get to all those videos that I said I was going to get to. I got a video for Drew Daywalt coming in a little bit. That'll be in the form of a Strange editorial. And I have my Dexter reviews coming up and I want to get those out as soon as possible. So I'm getting Dexter footage together and whatnot. I've been sick lately and I've recovered recently. It's just I've been busy a lot since the recovery, so I haven't been able to get to them as quickly as I can. But I'm going to get to them now, and hopefully you'll be seeing those videos in the next couple of days, weeks, and so on. So anyway, now the answers to my 12 Facts and 3 Lies video. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, you can watch it here. Okay, so the answer video goes, and I have the list right here on my computer, so if I'm like, you know, going back and forth, don't mind that. Okay, so number 1, I was born in Puerto Rico. That's true. I was born in Ceiba, Puerto Rico. That's definitely true. Number 2 is true. Number 3 is very true, and I would pull out proof, but I have to get it out of my drawers, and I don't feel like packing all that back in. It's a hassle. But number 3 is true. Number 4 is true. I have not cried since I was 13. Number 5, I was born with inverted knees. That is true. When I was little, I had to wear casts on my legs because my knees were developing in the wrong way. And a lot of people thought that my mom beat me and my brother because we both had the same leg problem when we were little, and I thought that was funny. I don't remember wearing the casts, but there's pictures of me with them. And I think I had to wear it until I was like 3, so yeah, that's true. Weird too. I walk fine now, I mean, except for like every now and then, like, my knees get a little weird. But number 6, I spent my 21st birthday in the ICU because I drank too much and needed to have my stomach pumped. That's false. I don't drink. I don't even drink coffee. So yeah, that never happened. My 21st birthday, I can't quite remember what I did. Not because I was wasted, but because days kind of blur together for me. Chinese food, that's what I did. I ate Chinese food. I went out for Chinese food, and I had I basically stuffed myself with Chinese food. That's what I did. Number 7, I was almost taken away from my mom because I ate fruity vitamins like candy. That's true. I don't know, I was a kid then, and you know, when you have, you know, the Flintstones chewable vitamins, you know, they taste good. You start to think they're candy and you start eating them like that. So yeah, that's definitely an amusing memory for me. Yeah. Number 8, I once shaken hands with the US president. That's true. I shaken hands with President Clinton once. We were at this dinner banquet type thing, and I'll never forget this. This was like one of the coolest moments ever. And I was a part of a group, some youth group back then, and we all got to get up and we all got to shake hands with President Clinton. And it gets to me, and I'm shaking his hand, and I'm like, "Wow, President Clinton, I can't believe it's you." And he leans into me and says, "I can't believe it either." Hilarious. So yeah, funny moment there. Number 9, I seen a dead body when I was 17. That's true. This was one of the weirdest moments ever, as far as like instinct goes. Cause me, my brother, and an associate of ours were walking from his house, the associate's house, and we hear this bang noise. I mean, this really loud bang noise. And we look down the street, and there's this car just peeling through the street, and it's like skidding everywhere. And it had just broken a fence, a wooden fence. That was the banging noise. So me and my brother are like halfway down the corner. We're like a good distance away from this thing, but we see it coming. So we just like kind of slide over to the corner. And In the house, a few houses down from my associate's house, there was this guy working under a car. So the car that's speeding down the street and like swerving out of control hits that car that the guy was working under with, and the car just comes down on him. So we see that whole thing happen. There's this banging, as the two cars collide and the one car, plops down. And this lady comes out of the house just screaming, and she tells me and my brother to go check on the guy under the car to see if he's okay. And we're just like looking at each other, the whole ordeal's over. The speeding car stopped. So me and my brother go over there and we look in between the cars to see if the guy's okay, and he was not okay. And that was pretty freaky. Number 10, I have a sister that I don't know. That's true. Wish I could elaborate on that, but I don't know her. I know she's Puerto Rican. I know she lives somewhere in Puerto Rico. Maybe not. I don't know. So that's weird. I know she's a year younger than me, so that's what I do know. And I did know her name once, but I forgot it. But I'm going to get more information on that as soon as possible. Number 11, I once auditioned for America's Got Talent. No. I didn't even know it was a TV show until 2008. So yeah, nah. Never auditioned for America's Got Talent. Number 12, in May 5th of last year, my car broke down in front of Eminem's house. That's partially true. That didn't happen to me, but that happened to a friend of mine. Eminem was not home. Number 13, I once wrote a letter to THQ. Yes, I did. Yeah. I was really young back in those days, and I hated THQ back then because of the character models. They looked really stupid, so that really made me angry. And I wrote a letter telling them about that. Didn't get any letter back, but yeah. Every time I go to Cedar Point, I can't keep my eyes open on the 12E. That's true, and I don't know why. I think it's because the indoor roller coaster type thing, they have these screens down there that have like moving pictures on them. And every time I go to Cedar Point, I always tell myself I'm going to keep my eyes open, and I never do. And one of these days I'm going to, but every time I go to Cedar Point, that's always something I try to do, and I just can never do it. So I'm gonna do it one of these days. Number 15, I almost convinced a campaign worker that I was involved in a conspiracy. That's true, and that's a funny story. The whole thing was a massive misunderstanding. I don't exactly know where the misunderstanding started, but I know how it was resolved. I was sitting in her car. I was passing out literature for a certain political candidate here in Michigan. And I was sitting in her car, and we were talking about, politics and whatnot. And I had worded something in an odd way, and she immediately stopped the car and demanded for me to tell her everything I knew about this candidate. And when I realized what was going on, I finally put the whole misunderstanding to rest. But for the week and a half that I worked with her, she thought that I was involved in a cover-up of some kind involving that candidate, and I thought that was funny. So there you go. That's 12 facts and 3 lies, and those are the answers. I'm interested in yours, and tell me if you have got any of these right. Peace. Keep a lookout for my new videos that'll be coming soon. Like I said, I'm going to try to get to those as soon as possible. Thank you for sticking to the Hugo Strange channel. Peace.